First day of spring practice, how's it to be back on the field?
It feels great to be back. We go through those long winter workouts of just, grinding every day, just trying to get bigger, trying to get faster, and now we get to come out here and play football.
Billy, I know you go through those workouts and you see all the new faces, and you know that's going to be a different looking group at safety. What was it like kind of going through that the first day? Not only seeing new faces, but guys that you played with first couple of years that aren't there.
Yeah, it's always, you always miss those guys that, leave, and so the last year they go to the draft or transfer or whatever. But, we brought in some new great guys that I think can really fill some spots, and we're just going to continue to get better every day.
What's been your impression so far of Peyton Bowman?
It's just a guy that, he don't say too much. He just comes to work, and he wants to learn. He's a very smart football player.
What was the offseason focus for you? What did just going through those workouts? What was your focus? What was it like for you?
For me, it was just being in top-tier shape in every way, way and form. For me, and I just want to come out here. I just want to be a better tackler, more physical and stuff like that.
Brent talked yesterday about being more physical as a defense. How do you improve that as a player? And plus, how do you hold your teammates accountable for being more physical?
Yeah, it's all a mentality, You just come to work every day, and it's something that you got to want to do. So if you don't want to do it, then it's not going to get done. So, but if you want to do it and put your mind to it, you'll get done.
You guys have had this the offseason. Back from last season. What do you guys take from this season now as a leader?
Yeah, it's things that we lost four or 5 games by 3 points. So it's the little things that we had to work on. Missed tackles, eliminating explosive plays, and things like that. But I think that I'm not predicting no future or anything, but it's going to be a step up.
How hard was that for you coming from the defense in high school to what you went through the first couple of years here at Bloomington? What happened this year?
I'm a winner, and I love to compete, so I always want to win. And so we know that that's not the standard here, and so we're doing our best to get it fixed.
We saw last year kind of C.J. Colvin became a playmaker. You've always kind of been around the football. Do you feel like that's one area that this team will get better at going into the next season?
Yes.
Can you be a spark for that too? I wondered.
Yeah, we had like 8 dropped interceptions. So if we caught those 8 interceptions, we would have been number 1 in the country in interceptions and takeaways. So just getting hats around the ball, creating those turnovers, whether it's through the air or whether it's punching it out. So creating turnovers is always big.
Reason for the number switch?
I always went number 2 my whole life, man. Growing up from 4 years old to my freshman year here when I had to switch, so I always would have.
Brent talked about it yesterday. I asked Danny about it, but what happened with Gentry as a teammate, can you kind of take me through how you felt and what the team did to rally around him?
It's scary, because you never think situations as serious as it is, and it can happen to anybody. It can happen to me, it can happen to Danny, like you said, it can happen to anybody. So it's a situation where you got to take it very seriously, and you've seen a lot of people around the sports world going down just randomly, so it's scary.
What's it like seeing him recovery over the past couple of days, being around him? What's his demeanor been like?
Yeah, Gentry is a very bright guy. He's very uplifting and has a great attitude about everything. So he's been great, and I know he can't wait to get back out here and compete.
That moment showed just how close the team is. It seems like everybody really rallying around him.
Yeah, I feel like, some guys went up to the hospital and seen them and all things like that. This is a close team. Like, we were close last year, but I think we have a chance to be even closer this year.
Coach Venables talked about the improvements the defensive backs have made through the winter. Did you see that on the field today? And is there kind of a buzz with that group?
Yeah, I do. It's always great to be in a system, multiple years in a row. When I first got here, I was in a different system. My sophomore year, I was in another different system. Now going into the same system the second year in a row, it brings, experience and things like that. So you know what you have to do. We know what we have to work on as a group, so we can get those things fixed.
How important is that as you're bringing on so many new defensive backs that you've got experience across that room to help bring those guys along?
Yeah, like you said, we got great experience. I don't know if I'm one of those guys, but we got Key Lawrence, we got Reggie, who is on his last year, which I think is going to be great for this team. We got Jaden Davis, Woody Washington, guys like that. So this defensive back core is going to be. We're going to have some depth at the end of the day.
What do you see from Reggie as he's coming into the team?
Yeah, he's a guy that also doesn't say too much. He's just about his business, and he's very smart, and he loves to get after it.
How does this time this year feel different than, say, February, March of last year when Brent had just gotten here?
I would say just maturity level, experience, coming from a whole different staff and coming out here, the first day last year was completely different than it was today. You know, today you saw guys just clicking, knowing what they had to do, you know, and just like it's the back of their hand.